Hello, everyone. Hello, Polkadot community. Well, and hello, all the guest speakers. Yeah, I know it's really hard for you guys to really fit in a schedule, but finally we have the space together, and I'm just so honored. Yeah, thank you, everyone, for being here. Yeah, I'm just so excited right now. Yeah, so for a technical check, so can you guys hear me well?
We can hear you.
Yeah, yeah, we can.
Yeah, I can hear you guys perfectly as well. Yeah, I get your sign. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah. So it's been more and more listeners coming. Wow, it's a real hit. Yeah. So while waiting for others to come, I think we are good to go with the introduction. Yeah. So once again, hello Polkadot community. I'm Anna from Polkadot Insider, and we are back with a very special episode which is called Lunar Gaming Festival. Yeah, and more importantly, with me right now are Mr. Siko from Moonbeam Foundation, Mr. Sean from Fidi, Mr. Jim from Certham, Mr. Deckard from Evolute, and Mr. Peter from Moonfit. Oh my god, a lot of stress for me today because yeah, they're all very huge and great and yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, my pleasure ever. So if you guys wondering what Lunar Gaming Festival is, as well as what are the projects here doing about it, stay to the end, everyone. Yeah, so let's get started. Yeah, to kick off the atmosphere, I would like to start with Mr. Siko first. Yeah, so can you tell us a little bit about yourself and also what is Lunar Gaming Festival and Moonbeam Foundation's role in it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so I'm Secretates. I work for the foundation, for the Moonbeam Foundation. My responsibility at the foundation, I mean, kind of a variety of different things I cover, but I think for the purpose of this, one of the areas I'm responsible for is our overall grant program, together with Tiago Castroneves, and as well as recently as business development. And so one of the things I was sort of thinking about was obviously. The overall responsibility of the foundation and our role is to try and grow and expand the Moonbeam network itself, right? Fundamentally, like the adoption of it, we want to get more teams on it, get more users, transaction volume, this sort of thing. And we obviously have a variety of different mechanisms to our disposal. Some of that is purely financial, so grants. We offer marketing support, we offer business DevRel support, and other. We've ran an accelerator and so forth. But I was sort of thinking about, okay, like what more can we do, or what more can I do to try and promote the network, right? And one of the interesting things, having been sort of heavily involved in the grant process, is that you see all these great teams coming, and every team's kind of working kind of on its own, right? Each team is trying to they're building their protocol or their game or their DeFi application. But then one of the challenges is building community, right? It's trying to get your name out there, trying to get users out there, and that can be quite challenging. I mean, that is something that there's obviously a technical side to building uh, a project, but then there's also like an entire business and marketing side. And so the idea of the Lunar Gaming Festival, kind of came out of this sort of loose brainstorm that I was doing, and the idea was basically like, okay, like maybe there's a way that we could try and like sort of cross-pollinate between these different projects. So the idea being that if people are interested in a specific aspect of Moonbeam, whether that's people that are staking or people that are playing a game, maybe we can get that same audience interested in other activities on Moonbeam, right? And so it sort of started from that basic concept. And so the idea that I kind of came up with was like, okay, what if we get we have these great games on Moonbeam, they're looking for players and people that want to play the game that they've built. On the flip side, we have the collators. They're looking for delegates that are staking with them and that help them remain in the active set. And so what if we could kind of cross-pollinate between those? And so the basic idea behind the Lunar Gaming Festival was like, let's set up some kind of structural framework where we spread the news about, all these great games that are being built, about the staking rewards that people can gain by staking with these different collators, and then like let's reward people, right? So like if you stake with a specific with the set of the participating collators, then you get an opportunity to try out these games and to by playing the game to get rewards both in the form of like NFTs or like giveaways, or recently we started adding some cash rewards as well, and let's see where that goes, right? And let's see if we can get more people both staking with the collators and then trying out these different games. And so yeah. So at the time, I approached, I had sort of talked previously to both Jim from Certum and to Black Magic from Paradox, and so I approached them with this idea. They thought that they were intrigued. They said, okay, like that sounds promising. Do we think the games would be interested in it? Obviously, via the grant program, I had connections to a variety of the games in the ecosystem: Exiled Racers, Glimmer Apes, or The Great Escape, Everloot, the Empire Society, there's a whole bunch. And so approached these games and it was like, hey, is this something that you guys would think would be interesting? And they did think it was interesting. And then and then basically we started setting this thing up, and it was very much, I kind of think I kind of came up with the idea, but like a lot of the execution was, once it was sort of articulated, a lot of the execution was done by like Jim and Black Magic and Mark from Blockshard and Sean from FiDi and so forth, and we've been expanding the community and spreading the word ever since.
Wow, just a really lovely kick-off. Yeah, it's really interesting to get to know more about the overall idea of Lunar Gaming Festival, purpose and vision. Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, a lot of challenges, during the way, we know. But yeah, we're gonna talk a bit more about it later. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to Mr. Jim. Yeah. So, sir, can you tell us a bit more about you and also the main role of Certum in this festival?
Sure, that's great. Thanks, Anna, and thanks for Polkadot Insider for hosting this and everyone who's joined. So I'm Jim from Certum. Certum provides blockchain infrastructure services. So basically we run collators on various parachains, including Moonbeam. We've got validators on Polkadot and Kusama, and we also run validators on non-Polkadot networks. So to get to your question around Certum's role and more broadly, I'll just expand that to the collators role that are participating in the Lunar Gaming Festival. So collators are the first step into joining or participating in the festival. So we've got this stake, claim, play, win narrative. Stake, claim, play, win kind of rolls off the tongue. So the stake part, the first part, that's really where the collators are really make their impact in the festival. So let me cover off what that stake part is. It needs a little bit of an explanation. So I'll try not to go too technical, but basically Moonbeam's a proof of stake network, and so you've got this group of participating Lunar Gaming Festival collators that work on the Moonbeam network. So if you're not familiar with what a collator is, it's basically collators serve a similar, not exactly the same, but a similar purpose to validators on other proof of stake networks. So to be eligible for the next part, the claim part of the festival, you'll need to have either a Glimmer or Mover, MOVR, staked with one of the collators, participating collators, at the snapshot date and time. So that falls on the last day of the month at 1 p.m. UTC. So 1 p.m. UTC, before that date, we'll promote what the next month of the festival will be. And then at that 1 p.m. time, we'll basically just take a copy of all of the addresses that are all of the addresses that have a reward earning stake with the participating collators. So, look, if you're a gamer first and don't know what staking is and proof of stake and collator means, don't worry about any of that, technical jargon. Just reach out to one of us on Twitter, or you can also just go to lunargamingfestival.com. And that's where there'll be more information and other communications channels, and we can kind of step you through that first stake part. But yeah, that's the primary function or role that collators play. But there's more to it that we can get into later.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jim. A lot of good information already. Yeah, collators is the key point, and let's dive deeper into it in the next question. Yeah. So we move on with Mr. Sean. Yeah, so Sean, can you give us a quick overview of FIDE and what are you guys doing in the Lunar Gaming Festival?
Absolutely. Can everyone hear me okay? Maybe just a quick heart emoji just to give me the thumbs up.
Yeah, it's perfect, sir.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. I'm Sean. I'm the co-founder of FIDE. We are a Web3 data analytics company, probably best known for our portfolio tracker that we have built, FIDE. If you haven't used it yet, definitely check it out. It's a really sleek multi-chain portfolio tracker. Gives you a ton of data, advanced analytics for everything within the Moonbeam and Polkadot ecosystem. Plus, we support 100 plus blockchains and 3,000 protocols. But I guess our role within all of this is we've teamed up with the Moonbeam Foundation and the collator community with the goal of just making a really simple, safe, and straightforward way, to participate in the Lunar Festival. We also wanted to make sure we were properly showcasing the power of gaming within Moonbeam. There's some great projects building on top of the ecosystem right now. So we wanted to partner with them as well, just to showcase how beautiful their UI and their games were. And so we've created a really simple way to participate. It's essentially what it is. It's entirely free. It's a non-custodial one-click way to claim your NFTs to participate in the festival. And just to take it a step further, we've made it a gasless transaction. So it's literally all you do is connect your wallet, and then you get your NFT and you get to participate in the festival. Super fast, super easy. And then you get to view everything in our portfolio page as well. But yeah, that's us from a high level, what we're doing within the festival. Thank you, Anna.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, and it's very amazing to get to know what is FIDE doing in supporting towards the LGF. Yeah, so let's talk about it later. Yeah, in detail.
Sure.
Yeah, so Mr. Descartes, what are we supposed to know about Evolut, and also a bit about yourself?
Yeah, thank you. My name's Deckard, co-founder of Evolut. We're nearing the 2-year anniversary from Evolut's side, so it's been nearly 2 years already. We make a game where we're developing a game to bring people and gamers to Moonbeam, and we really enjoy the community and the people we have here, also the other games like The Great Escape we see here. And we really value this initiative because we believe that we can only really grow together. We need each other, we need to collaborate, and this is what this here is for, and this initiative is for. And we've prepared something really special, I believe, that builds on this narrative of removing walls and getting communities to come together. And that's what we want to do, and we want to bring more people to see what Polkadot has to offer.
Yeah, that's really lovely, and let's see how what really Evolut really brings to the community in the upcoming time later. Yeah, wait for it, everyone. So hi, Mr. Peter. Yeah, I bet we've met sometimes before in person, and really nice to have you here as well. So
hi, Anna.
Please, yeah, hi. So can you now please let us know about yourself and Moonfit?
Yeah, of course. Thank you everyone for inviting me today, and it was my pleasure to be here. My name is Peter. I am Business Development Executive of Moonfit, and Moonfit is a cross-chain social fitness app dedicated to empowering everyone to embrace an active lifestyle, stay fit and stay healthy. We leverage Web3 and NFTs to incentivize, motivate, and encourage users to engage in diverse forms of training and burn calories. So through our rewarding system and with Web3 fitness model, we aim to bring the unique fitness experience and become a sustainable model for mass adoption. So together with Glimmer Apes, we have been consistently the top NFT collections in Moonbeam network in terms of trading volume, and we have been onboarding a lot of new users to Moonbeam and contributing to the growth of this ecosystem. So Moonfit is in fact available on both iOS and Android, and also compatible with wearable device like Apple Watch. So we are implementing Web3 Fitness, a breakthrough model that utilizes and improves both user experience and in-game economy, solving the problem of motivation and project sustainability at the same time. So currently we have more than 17,000 total users and more than 1,000 daily active users. It was really interesting to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, I myself really appreciate what Moonf is doing because it's about healthy lifestyle, and I'm trying to lose some weight every day. Yeah, and it is really hard. So talking about Moonfeed, I really appreciate all the hard work that you guys doing about this one. Yeah, so let's see in this festival what you guys bring. Yeah, in the next questions. Yeah. So right now, I would like to get back to Mr. Siko a bit. So, Mr. Siko, well, we kind of wonder why gaming this time, but not another field? And is it really hard to bring together different ecosystem projects into this one?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's a good question about why gaming. I don't think there was kind of any specific sort of reason about that. I think the same approach would probably work for like other projects as well. But I think a lot of the attention typically in Moonbeam goes to the DeFi space, and we have these great games, and I kind of wanted to kind of draw attention to that, right? So that at least part of the thinking was that if somebody's interested in playing one game on Moonbeam, sort of stands to reason that they'd at least be maybe interested in like trying out one of the other ones. So that's, I don't know. I think that's kind of what we went with. Yeah, I mean, in terms of whether it's hard to build community, I think it has been sort of a very interesting exercise. I think at the foundation, obviously we're trying to help teams, but I'm not often in the position where I'm sort of firsthand building like one of these projects and seeing some of the challenges in building community, right? And so this is where I was sort of along with Jim and Sean and Black Magic and Deckard and Peter and so forth, kind of firsthand involved in like trying to build, because even for the festival itself, you have to build audience, right? And yeah, it was kind of interesting to see what some of the challenges were in trying to get the word out there. I mean, we built a website, and then we obviously had a Telegram group, and we're using sort of different channels to kind of spread the news, and it has been growing. But I think it was sort of, especially the first month, I think it was like a little bit rough, and so I think we learned a lot of lessons about how to kind of be better organized and what the right communication channels were, and I think since then the numbers have been growing steadily. But it was sort of very interesting to get sort of a first-hand experience with what it looks like to build audience in Web3, basically. So
Yeah, we know that it's not easy. Yeah, a lot of plans, a lot of ups and downs, but we got together. Yeah, and what you guys doing is very meaningful. It's very interesting and exciting to the community. So I bet a lot of motivation, a lot of joins during the journey, and yeah, and we just really can't wait for more about this one. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, great.
Okay, so now we're gonna move to the technical side a little bit. So, Mr. Sean, can you share a bit about how is the effort to the claim process? Any difficulties, any advantages there, and also any updates on this process in the upcoming time?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, like we had touched on a little bit earlier, like the ideal is to make this as seamless and easy as possible for folks to participate. So one of the lessons we learned early on is like, how do we do it for free and how do we do it in one click if possible? And so that was kind of the feat we had to tackle, is how do we build a really easy place, and then also like how do we let people see this beautiful artwork that our gaming projects have built once they've actually claimed it. And so our team did a really good job solving for all of these problems. I would definitely, if you haven't staked yet with the community collator or participate in Lunar Festival, check it out. We're really excited about some of the stuff we've been building. And then we're starting to take it to the next level as far as the sophistication of the NFTs themselves. Really excited about this month's giveaway. We've partnered with the Everloot team and Remark to build a multi-asset NFT. Super cool. It can evolve over time. We're unlocking some really cool bleeding edge technology that Remark put out there, built on top of Moonbeam. And then as far as just evolving over time, this has been a great way for us to showcase, the utility of FiDi. In addition to being a portfolio tracker, we have the ability to host things like the Lunar Gaming Festival, right? So in the future, we could see very much projects and artists posting their new collections or token launches, and FiDi very quickly becoming kind of a launch pad to be a bigger voice to the Moonbeam community and help amplify, things we're building with
This space was downloaded via spacesdown.com. Visit to download your spaces today.
in the ecosystem. So really excited to be a part of this project and unlock some of the potential of our platform.
Yeah, it's very sweet to hear as easiest as possible to the participants is what you guys focusing on. And yeah, as you said, we are here together building. So whatever difficulties, we have the team, we have the partnership to make all the plans come into good play. Yeah, and I think that's very lovely. Yeah, so yeah, about the future, let's see how this all goes, and good news about you guys. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about collators. Yeah, so we want to know what collators exactly have done to support, and why is it so important to have them in this festival. So Mr. Jim, can you share more about this one?
Sure. Thanks, Anna. So I mentioned there's this group of participating collators, and so we've got an internal collator group where we discuss announcements, communications, when to share new information about the festival, and as Seiko mentioned, we've got Black Magic and from Paradox and Mark from Blockshard, also helping to run it from the collator side. But also, familiar names within the Polkadot ecosystem are participating, like Iceberg nodes and Criffrent. So there's some well-known teams that are participating, and everything's coordinated with the other participating groups from the claim side that FiDi delivers, and the play side from the gaming teams. We've also created a prize pool. So this is just recently launched, and Sigo kind of mentioned that earlier, to add to the play team giveaway. So the play teams are giving away things. So we're basically going to augment that with some additional funds. So every collator's contributed close to 200 USDC, and we've also had an anonymous donor who contributed close to 2,000 USDC, and so we'll be giving that away throughout the festival. But I guess the last point I'll make on this is on that question is that and this is probably the biggest or greatest contribution that the collators provide. We typically have as a collator direct communications with a lot of the members of our smaller collator communities. So we've got Telegram groups and Twitter, or I guess I should say X now, X accounts, and we've formed some great relationships within these communities, and so we can actively promote the Lunar Gaming Festival to our communities. So we know they're gamers in there, and we also know that they typically like to be more involved in Moonbeam. In the Moonbeam network, so we can promote that and get more users, more people engaged with these great games that are playing, and more people, getting involved with the network.
Yeah, we really get why collators so important. So play a very major part. in the LGF. Yeah, in promoting aspect as you mentioned. Yeah, they help the engagement, help it to spread it more to the community. Yeah, and many other aspects. Yeah, that's really interesting to get to know about this one. Yeah. So we are going to the gaming events. Yeah, I know you guys waiting for it, right? So yeah, okay, Mr. Decker, can you give us more details about what you've been exactly preparing for the October gaming event and how this milestone means to Evolute?
Yeah, happy to. Very short background on Evolute. So Evolute is a fully on-chain roleplay game that centers around characters that we call souls. And these characters are only available on kind of a secondary market. So we at the moment, we're trying to make it more open, but for now, it is this kind of closed beta testing. So, but what we wanted to have is some meaningful collaboration where people can experience kind of what we've built together. That the game that's really saving your progress to your NFTs, making missions on chain, and all of what we do. We don't want to just have our like hardcore fans see that, but we want to broaden that, and we with that kind of bridge we're building here, we also want to prepare a kind of a freemium stage that Evolute is going to take, and that is one of the very first steps for it, and it's actually a big one for us because for what we have to do for the Lunar Gaming Festival and for the people who have stayed with the collators in September, we have to do quite some engineering in the back end to make this work. But what you can do, and we heard kind of all the bits and pieces that are needed to get this to happen, from FIDI to the organization here to everything. So a lot of work going into that. But what you can do with this is you'll be able to experience Evolute even without having a character yourself. So no need to spend $300 on the secondary market for now, and you'll get a glimpse into the game first. And we wouldn't just do it in a normal way if we can do it in some kind of role play way. So we have a very, very special way of like showing you what we do in Evolute. So obviously if we would just give souls away, that our players wouldn't like that too much, and that wouldn't kind of also be the goal. But we wanted to have something that our players can enjoy, but also the people who have never experienced Evolute before can enjoy. And that's why if you staked in September, you can claim your NFT. And as Sean said, this is going to be a Remark NFT. So the NFT will have all of the contents that you need to know. And the NFT itself is actually a toad. We call it the Dune Leaper. So Evolute is all themed in kind of this Middle Eastern medieval desert setting. We're starting off here in this world. And there is a population of very heat-resistant toads. And these toads, they play a role in the city. And while souls can progress their way through the city with, for example, going for fishing or going for crafting, toads have much simpler tasks, but they can still participate in kind of the macro ecosystem of Evolute because they get their special missions. So in the future, or in the future means in October, we're going to announce the start date of this. You can use your NFT, log into game.evolute.com, and we'll be able to not select only your soul NFTs, but also this toad NFT that you got from there. And you'll be able to, for example, catch flies on the docks while you see other people fishing there, and you can basically craft some lure for you as a toad to catch. To kind of, I don't want to spoil too much, but you'll have some sneak peeks into hunting and some sneak peeks into crafting, but all from the view of a toad. And you'll get some sneak peeks of the lore, because obviously you can't talk to people in the game as a toad, but you might overhear some conversations. So our goal is to get people kind of a demo access with this, and get the feeling of Evolut and what we can do. And I hope that some people will be amazed with what we've already built, and get them on board as regular Evoluters.
Yeah, of course, we gonna love it a lot. Yeah. And we can do a lot. We can experience a lot with Evolut in this October. Yeah, and that's really amazing. Yeah, we understand that you cannot just reveal all of that, but that's fine. Just a glimpse of it is okay, and just keep it there because we love surprise. Yeah. So, how about you, Mr. Peter? So, what are you guys planning for this November, and where do you see Moonfeet is gonna go after this?
Oh, thank you very much, Anna. First of all, I want to shout out to Siko, Jim, Sean, and Descartes, and also Mr. Teen from Glimmer Apes for hosting the Lunar Gaming Festival. And I think that this one is a really interesting initiative for the Moonbeam community to have more engagement between Moonbeam users and also Collator as well. And we are really excited to join the Lunar Gaming Festival in November. And we are planning to host a special event challenge for the Lunar Gaming Festival, and it will happen for the entire month of November. Everyone can join, not just only Moonfit NFT holders. So this event challenge will include special daily tasks, which can range from taking running sessions with Moonfit app to the simple social tasks such as like, retweet, etc. And so for the rewards of this, we are going to give away, first of all, the POAP, right? The POAP from FiDi as well. Several Moonbeam NFTs, also our tokens, TMFG tokens, the MR tokens, and exclusive merchandise and T-shirts from Moonfit as well. One thing really important is that the POAP holders, I would like to give an anfar and a small hint about their privilege and also the advantage of the POAP holders. The POAP holders will have the first access to our upcoming feature, the social feed. And the social feed will work like a social media platform for fitness enthusiasts. Users will receive rewards from posting activities like, comment, and several other social activities in Moonfit app. As Moonfit becomes a cross-chain social fitness app, we want to give our users a decentralized social media platform where they can share their own activities, content, training tips, and connect with other Moonfit users and enthusiasts, giving each other more motivation to live a healthy lifestyle. So we strongly believe that the social connections are one of the most important sources of motivation. Therefore, we aim to offer the Moonfit users more ways to stay healthy and earn rewards from their training and also their interactions between users. So more activities from the social feed will be executed on-chain. This is something we are working on and we are really excited to share with you about. So this can encourage more Web3 adoption and transparency in reward distribution as well. So this feature is already in progress and we can expect to release in the upcoming months, let's say like 1 or 2 months from now. And about the question, where do I see Moonfit going after this? So, well, Moonfit is still on the way to expand to more ecosystems and blockchains. We are developing a cross-chain social fitness app, right? So these cross-chain initiatives are for onboarding new users and giving them more availability while using the Moonfit app. Besides, we are working relentlessly to release the social feed, as I mentioned above, and also the CyberConnect integration. Generally from now to the end of this year, we can expect a lot of interesting announcements from us, and we will keep on building and onboarding new users to Moonbeam Network as we always do. And I hope that you guys can support Moonfit in the Lunar Gaming Festival, create more transactions, and engage more with collators and other projects in Moonbeam ecosystem as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a lot. Yeah, a lot in the pipeline of Moonfeed in the upcoming time. Yeah, really expect about your host coming soon and everyone can join the challenge, which is really amazing. And yeah, a lot of exciting activities from Moonfeed is coming up next, everyone. So yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, we kind of see a lot of efforts from you guys towards LGF, and which is very, you know, we very appreciate that. And so we want to know your thoughts on the future of LGF. Yeah, it's still ongoing with um, challenges, or gonna be exciting, and yeah, a lot we cannot see through about LGF in the future. But to your perspective, what do you see about it in the future? So maybe you can start with Peter. Yeah, Peter this time. So how do you feel about this one?
Please, can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, we want to know about your thoughts about the future of LGF. How can you see about this?
Well, to be honest, I think that the LGF is a really good initiative, and I think that our ecosystem can, not just keep this like in period, but we can do this. We can keep this going every month, or we can keep this going until to find new projects to join the Lunar Gaming Festival as well, because I think that the collators are doing a really great job in securing the Moonbeam network and also providing the users with more ways to stake. And I think this one, if we can keep it going like on a more frequent basis, it'll be much better for the ecosystem in general. And not just gaming projects or the NFT projects. We can look out for more other projects in the ecosystem. For example, like the DeFi or the social projects and other categories as well. Because we can open up to more users, we can create more transactions and more engagement within the ecosystem. So yeah, I think that we should keep this on, and we can host it on a more frequent basis. That's my opinion on this.
Oh, that's really great. Yeah, the opinion makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways. Yeah, we love it a lot. Yeah. So, how about you, Mr. Deckard? What do you feel about the future of LGF?
Yeah, I mean, we're fragmented enough in crypto and even in Polkadot, so being a combining force for discovery or for joining communities is something that we highly support and will also participate in the future. And I think we have two main roles, like bringing in new people and getting these people to know what is there out there, because I don't think there's at this stage something like my users, your users. It's really people need to know what they can do in this ecosystem, and we need to bring awareness to this. And if we can funnel in new people, we just should show them what is there and what there is, and this helps us to not just get the eyes on everything that is there, but also kind of measure out like how well we're doing as an ecosystem, and and find out and really get everyone involved in this.
Yeah, it's really exciting and worth expecting, right? Yeah, we can see a very bright future about this one. So, how about you, Mr. Sean? Do you have any like pressure or excitement to think about the future of the festival?
Absolutely. I mean, I definitely echo, Peter and Decker's sentiment about this. Like, we have some brilliant minds within the Moonbeam ecosystem building some really cool stuff. And the more we can showcase that, showcase, all the talented stuff and great apps we're building, I think Moonbeam will be unstoppable if we just kind of keep up this type of community approach to showing the power of what we're doing.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The community, it's really what we got to focus on very first stage of the festival. Yeah. So how about you, Mr. Jim? Like, how do you feel about how it's gonna go in the upcoming time, and also maybe some of your upcoming strategies for this one.
Yeah, thanks, Anna. So from a collator perspective, I mentioned that that Certum works on multiple chains, even outside of Polkadot, and most of the community collators participating as well work on various chains outside of Polkadot. So to me, attracting more of those users, and that's one of kind of the good things that these community collators bring to the festival is marketing and attracting these community members that aren't within the Polkadot ecosystem. But I think for the future, mid game would be attracting these users and also collaborating with other chains outside of the Polkadot ecosystem. However, I think right now, at least currently with everything going on in the Web3 sphere, attracting eyeballs is a bit zero sum, right? So like if you get some eyeballs from like Polygon, that's great, they lose the eyeballs, but the whole Web3 sphere has a fixed number of users right now. I don't think it's necessarily growing, but I think that's going to come. So I think really the long-term future would be, if this continues on, and I'm sure Siko will have some thoughts on that, but the long game would be attracting the non-Web3 eyeballs, when Web3 starts growing again, because that isn't zero sum within Web3. That's bringing new users into Web3, and maybe they wouldn't even know it's Web3. So I think that's kind of long-term future. If the Lunar Gaming Festival continues. Short-term, I just want to add one last point. Short-term, we do have more teams lined up, even after November. So it will carry on for some more months. But yeah, that's my views on it.
Wow, that's really fantastic. Yeah, we know that kind of a lot of pressure. Yeah, we can tell, but a lot of excitement. Yeah, at the same time, and yeah, just say more teams coming up. So yeah, really gotta keep an eye on it. Yeah. So back to Mr. Siko. As a foundation, how do you feel about how HEF gonna go in the upcoming time, and any pressure, any stress, or do you have any upcoming plans for HEF?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think I'll probably, I think my sentiments will probably echo those of the other speakers here. But I think first of all, I think I want to kind of say that it has been a lot of fun putting this thing together. Like, I mean, there are over between the collators, the games, FIDI, other teams that are involved in kind of orchestration, there are over 20 teams involved in this, right? And it's just been like an amazing experience, watching like the people like come together on this, and how collaborative it has been. When you get this many teams involved, like it can be a little bit chaotic, and it's definitely pretty organic, but it's just been kind of amazing to see how this kind of sort of like germ of an idea kind of started and then evolved into like something real. And it's just been a lot of fun, right? The games have been great for you can kind of play around with the artwork, and it's a lot of fun sort of putting the website together, and I think it's brought people together. I think a lot of, it's obviously when you're organizing something like this, you're obviously having a lot of conversations with with the game teams, with the collators, get to kind of know people better. I think I have to say, like, I've personally tremendously enjoyed that part, and I think it's just great to see like how people can kind of how Moonbeam is more than just like a piece of technology, but really is a community, right? Is like where people are kind of coming together and helping each other out and helping each other grow. I think it's been great for the games as well. I mean, it's obviously forcing them to think about, okay, how do we beyond sort of the people that are already fanatics of Everloot or Moonfit or The Great Escape or Exile Racers, how do we kind of get like new users in there? Can we make the onboarding process better? Like what does it look like to have kind of like maybe like a time-bound beta in there, and how can we kind of reward players for trying out the game? And so I think that's just been like a very helpful exercise for everybody, which I think will pay on dividends later on, as like when Jim says, when the bull market sort of returns. I mean, in terms of the future Lunar Game Festival, like Jim said, I mean, we very much, when we started this, the idea was very much, let's highlight the different games in the Moonbeam ecosystem. There could have been a different way to do it. We could have kind of like done all the games in parallel, but we felt that maybe then that would kind of somewhat draw attention away, and so we kind of went with this model of every month a different game, just to kind of give everybody kind of a chance at the spotlight. There are more teams lined up. I think we're still actively thinking about how to kind of further spread the word. I think there's some work being done on marketing videos. We're looking at some quests and some other stuff as well. And yeah, I don't know. And we'll see. There are we probably have enough teams to keep going like well into like early 2024. When we come to the end of that, then yeah, we'll probably take stock and see okay, what's next. Like, do we continue this? Do we start like a new thing? But I think it's just been a great experience to have everybody kind of come together and yeah, and hopefully the people that are actually participating in the festival, hopefully they feel it's worthwhile and they're enjoying it and enjoying playing the games. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you so a lot. Yeah, as you said, it's about gaming. It's about games. So it's a lot of fun at the first place. So maybe it's hard. It's not easy during the way, but I bet there are a lot of excitements, a lot of enjoyable moments during the way you guys building, developing, and promoting this one. Yeah, and that's really amazing. And we, the community, really appreciate what you guys been doing so far. And yeah, nothing but best of luck in your next journey. And yeah, we'll definitely keep our eyes on it, and let's see how it goes in the upcoming time. Yeah, a lot of good news for us, definitely. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's all about the questions today. Wow, a lot of good information about Lunar Gaming Festival. What are we supposed to know about it? Oh my god, so much to note down. And yeah, so the listeners, if you have any questions, you can DM Polkadot Insider. Yeah, and we're gonna have your questions connected to our speaker and get back the answers to you guys as soon as possible. Yeah, because I think it is huge. So maybe you're gonna have a lot of questions for our speakers today. So in case, do not hesitate to do it. Yeah. So once again, I want to express our special thanks to Mr. Siko, Mr. Jim, Mr. Sean, Mr. Deckard, and Mr. Peter for being here today, giving a lot of good information to the listeners, to the community, which is all really amazing. Yeah, it's an honor for Polkadot Insider. Yeah, I've never been so exciting. I've never been so honored right now at this time. Yeah, thank you so much everyone for coming. Yeah, and I think it's time. But let me remind the listeners. So a lot coming up next with LGF. So make sure you follow all the speakers, you follow on the projects, and stay tuned on their Twitters and other social media site, not to so you're not gonna miss out any latest updates about this one. Yeah, and any latest updates about the projects as well. Yeah, you're gonna regret if you miss out. So yeah, it's a special reminder for you. So I think it is time for us to say goodbye. So goodbye everyone, and have a really, really nice day. Yeah.
Thank you, Anna, and everyone, please enjoy your day.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you everyone,
Bye,
so
everyone.
much.
Thank
Bye.
you.